Check it out, it's Zest for Life, aka Fresh Mark Scents, with another fragrance review. Today I was thinking what fragrances make me feel good when I wake up in the morning. Do I want something woody, fresh, and awakening, very green and natural, like I'm in the forest, or would I want something aquatic, sparkling, and uplifting with the sea notes that would make me feel like I'm in a relaxing sea place, but wake me up with some freshness at the same time? Would I want something that is just very fruity and a burst of celebratory scent that would just anytime somebody brushes by me, they would catch the same fruity burst of different scents that would definitely catch attention? Or would I want to just be just casually fresh and maybe wear something a little bit different and something just for me? So all of those things are great. Last one being the comfortable fragrance that would make you feel good, comfortable, and slightly fresh at the same time. But I'm going to get into the first one. And the first one I chose was Jimmy Choo Man Blue. Now this is a office fragrance in my opinion because it's subtle, it's invigorating, it's refreshing with the clary sage. It's that herbal nature opens it up into a woody note in the middle of cypress. There is a leather note in here as well, but I think it resembles a soft suede, maybe like a black suede or something, not too dusty, not too animalic or anything, but just smooth enough to blend with these woody notes and the sage in the top note. There is some vanilla, I'm reading it off the back, vanilla and sandalwood in the base, but the cypress, the green, fresh, dry, woody cypress note is what dominates it, dominates this fragrance, DNA, and the herbal nature of clary sage, and that vanilla at the end. That vanilla at the end rounds off the fragrance very nicely to make it soft, unobtrusive, and great for the office place because it's invigorating at the same time. Definitely check out Jimmy Choo Man Blue for an invigorating and refreshing office fragrance that is smooth and slightly alluring because it has that almost powdery, waxy feel of Diorhom Intense. Diorhom Intense has an ambrette note, but I feel that the clary sage, the softness of the clary sage, which resembles more like lavender slightly, but with a herbal, relaxing character to it, it gives off a smoothness like Diorhom Intense. So this really does hit beyond this price range at £35 for 100 ml. The next one is something limited edition, Carolina Herrera Under the Sea. Now, this bottle is fantastic. I'm just going to mention it. This is the bottle. It's got these little studs on it, whatever. But I didn't really get it for the bottle. I got it for the scent because I love juniper berries. That sweet, slightly acidic, fruity, almost blueberry scent, which is a little bit different. Hard to find in a good iteration of it. K de Parfum does it quite nicely, but this mixes blueberries with aquatic notes and vanilla, so it's something smooth like Jimmy Choo Man Blue. It has that smooth, comfortable vanilla, comforting vanilla texture in the base, but it opens up uh, with that aquatic sea freshness. I sprayed a little bit on this armor. Let me spray it one more time just to get those opening notes. So it has aquatic sea note. Then you get some juniper branch in the middle. You get some labdanum and white musk in the base. Very, very aquatic, very slightly salty with the vanilla. And I think that smoothness comes from the mixture of salt and vanilla, almost like a salted caramel dessert. The salt just highlights the sweetness of the vanilla, as does the salt highlight the sweetness in salted caramel. This is a very smooth, slightly green, fresh, and creamy aquatic scent. Uh, I would say the only thing similar to this may be um, Le Mail in the Navy, which is a aquatic marine ambiguous scent with vanilla ambiguous and two types of aquatic notes and mint. Some people say that smells like Versace Eros, but I wouldn't like to compare something that is so much. I mean, Versace Eros is its own thing with the geranium and the mandalike, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. But I think that it's become popular because, hopefully, because of people like me wearing it in the club and even spraying in the air sometimes. Just to get my point across, because I think it's a fantastic fragrance. But I'm yet to try Le Mail in the Navy, and I was thinking of getting that. But this has a very nice vanilla and the juniper berry just sets it apart in a green, fresh way. So if you can get your hands on it, check out Carolina Herrera's Under the Sea. It's a fantastic aquatic fresh scent, and that scent of being by the seaside on a sunny, hot day with that the sparkly nature of the sea note and the softness of the vanilla, like white sands at the end, make it, I mean, it's got to make you feel. It makes me feel good, and it makes me feel like I'm in a sunny paradise, something like a holiday or something. So it's great. That is the second one, and the next one, feeling on top of the world with Superman. Yeah, this is something aquatic. Uh, as you know, sorry, it's not aquatic. It's creamy, fresh, and minty, but it does have a bubblegum sweetness like Invictus. These are for the people, this is for the people who like sweet scents, don't mind a sharp mint note. Everyone who hates Versace Eros is probably going to hate this too, because this is so bodacious, it's so out there. That sweet, really like bubblegum with a nice pungent mint note. It is synthetic, but it smells so good. I wouldn't pass it by. The aldehydes and minty freshness are invigorating. Really, it would just revive you from your sleep. If you were to smell this, you feel like the aldehydes are very realistic in the way that I've been climbing on mountains and and in thin air on the mountains with no clouds. That is the aldehyde smell. That is the almost dizzying, almost white floral kind of scent. There's a touch of neroli in here as well, just to amplify that cotton cloud, thin air scent. But the bubblegum sweetness is very refreshing, and it does make you feel like you're in the sky, just floating through the clouds and feeling fresh, because the vanilla in here keeps it sweet and adds to that cloudy, effervescent texture of this perfume. So it's effervescent, sweet in a bubblegum synthetic and airy way. Fantastic perfume and great longevity. I've had about, in terms of longevity, I've had about 5 to 7 hours on this perfume on the skin, and the projection is pretty good for the first 2 to 3 hours, let's say. And the last one for the fruity fresh perfume, Sicily by Mansera. This is grapefruit, apple, a little bit of peach, some pineapple, very sharp, strong pineapple. And this is for the Creed Aventus lovers who love a strong pineapple, just to burst that freshness onto everybody and say, just exclaim that I am wearing a fruity perfume, I'm feeling great, and I'm gonna push the party onto all of you wherever I go and wherever I project. This is sour grapefruit, a burst of juicy pineapple, that clementine orange is really there, creamy lemon, creamy, they say Sicilian lemon, but I don't want to say that again because Sicily, kind of obvious. But creamy soft lemon that resembles Chanel Diorhom Sport Blanc edition. I don't know how to say that. Blanc Blanc edition. Okay. So the soft creamy lemon with the sour grapefruit and the punchy pineapple, slight apple note as well. Just the skin of the initial bite of the apple. Not too much of the juicy apple. It's more of a clementine citrus pineapple burst with that creamy lemon in the background, just singing in the back, just giving a little bit of a fizz. And then you get into the jasmine in the mid, and in the end you have just a very faint sandalwood note, which is quite creamy and soft, effervescent, and it's definitely a fruit bowl of a perfume. It has very good projection for about 5 hours and lasts for until the next day on the skin. I've worn it overnight and smelt it about maybe up until 11 in the morning the next day. So after exercise and everything, and I'd still feel it just a little bit in the morning. So that's great. That is fantastic longevity, great projection. If you want a beast mode performance perfume, which would really project and exclaim what you're wearing, Sicily is the one to wear if you want to exclaim that you are wearing a fruity perfume and you are celebrating in the summer or spring. Fantastic. And the jasmine is just a creep of white floral that would uplift the perfume now and then as you go past people, and the closer that you are, the more you get of the fruitiness. Of course, the closer you get to what you spray, you'd smell it more. But the ciliage reveals more of a peachy and peach and fruity orange and pineapple notes. So it's it reveals the smaller amounts of the fruit bowl, the tiny details of the fruit bowl, the peach, the apple, and everything in small wafts. As you are further away, you get individual notes of the perfume. So this is fantastic in that the general fruity note, you can actually smell all the individual fruity notes. So definitely check that out for summer. And that is it. That is the fruity, the woody fresh in the morning, the aquatic, salty, marine, and vanilla, original and comfortable at the same time, with a dark black leather labdanum, which is quite I feel it gives it a very luxurious and comfortable characteristic, but it reminds me of Rockstar's black leather jacket. It's quite rustic with how it mixes, how it just forces the black leather on top of all of the salty and slightly animalic, and then the marine scents, like you've gone through a long day and I don't know, I know you've done some exercise and then somebody splashed seawater in your face. It's kind of random, but maybe only in the life of a rock star. So hence the studded bottle, maybe. So that is the comfortable one. That is the fresh one. We had the woody one and the fruity one. Let me know what you think in the comments section about these perfumes, because all of these, I use them, I love them, and I've got about 150 perfumes back here and a few on the side that I haven't put on the shelf because I just don't want my shelf to fall down. Um, so let me know what you think, and other perfumes that you want to see. Take care and stay fresh.